Okay, so good morning, good afternoon, good evening, gamers, wherever you are. We continue with Hogwarts Legacy, and as we advance in the game, the storyline keeps getting interesting, and everything else keeps getting interesting. And we just started the game, guys. We are now getting to unfold things in the game. We're not getting to see the mysteries in the game and everything else in the game. Okay, so let's get into it. But before we do that, guys, if you want to download this game files, make sure you check our Telegram channel. The game files have been uploaded to our Telegram channel, so just check the description box below. There's a link to our Telegram channel. Click on the link and it's going to take you to our Telegram channel where you can download the game files. Okay, and before we do that again, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, I'm going to plead with you. I'm giving you just 1 minute, okay? Just 1 minute to hit on the subscribe button if you have not subscribed to the channel. Okay, just 1 minute, hit on the subscribe button, and that is how you guys support us for what we do. Okay, so if you are subscribed to the channel, then let's get into the game and continue with the storyline. Everything is getting interesting so far, and I've mastered my spell casting things and abilities, and you guys would love it. Okay, if you haven't played this game, I'm pleading with you to play this game, and it involves a lot. Okay, the game graphics and everything requires a lot of hardware, so if you don't meet the minimum requirements, make sure you meet the minimum requirement. So meet Natty09 in Lower Hawksfield. Natty09 is the one from Ouagadougou, and I learned Ouagadougou is in Uganda. All right, so let's go meet Natty09. That is our current objective. We had to walk all the way from Hogwarts to Hawksfield. And as of now, I haven't had any pets. I haven't had any animal that we can ride, like a horse or something like that. I haven't had any of that. But let's go and check what the game has for us. Let's go meet Natty09 to see what she has for us.
It is good to see you, my friend.
Of course,
Hello,
it's good to see you too.
How are you?
I am well, thank you. I was there, and I saw what happened with Rookwood and Harlow at the Three Broomsticks. I have been worried about you.
I'm all right at the moment.
If you don't mind my asking, why were they looking for you?
There was something I found. I can't say it.
I've never met Rookwood or Harlow. Perhaps they mistook me for another student.
A bit odd. The two of them pursuing a Hogwarts student so intently. But whatever the reason, you were clearly in danger. For now, it is safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us, to all of us. Which is why I wanted to speak to you. Everyone has been talking about you defending Hogsmeade from that troll attack. And I shall never forget watching Serona stand up to Rookwood and Harlow in the Three Broomsticks. Both of you have inspired me to take a stand of my own.
What sort of stand?
Men like Rookwood and Harlow are the reason my mother and I left Matibililand. I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home.
Okay, so I am glad to hear it, but this could be dangerous too.
Rookwood and Harlow are a dangerous pair on their own, and you should know that Rookwood is in league with Ranrock.
I had heard they were seen in Hogsmeade together. All the more reason they must be stopped. Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's day-to-day operations. Taking him down would cripple Rookwood's entire enterprise.
That may be true, but shouldn't Officer Singer handle someone like Harlow?
I spoke with her. She was polite, but perhaps understandably would not discuss details with a student. I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about a massive poaching operation that Harlow is planning. I was thinking that we could investigate a bit, try to get the evidence that Officer Singer needs.
All right, but how?
I am going to watch and listen, find out precisely what Harlow is up to. I shall reach out when I know more. In the meantime, remember, I am here if you need me.
Thank you, Natty.
Okay, so we
Be
just
on
spoke to
your
Natty
guard.
Bongo. And what else do we have? I'm seeing some chest here that I think we could loot.
What's going on here?
The girl from Ouagadougou, quest complete. I've seen some chests around. Let me see what we have here. Wow. Let me try that again and see. I saw one chest here somewhere. Celestial light grey.
I never thought Ramrock's loyalists would go this far.
And there should be another chest here somewhere. I don't know whether it's inside the building. I guess it is.
But Mummy,
Archie, I don't have time to argue. I've told you repeatedly not to stray far from home, especially when I'm inside with your little sister.
but you should see them, Mummy. Beautiful. These
Arrow pink swirl.
Oh, that's enough. I'm too tired.
And
of
a
your
brewing
stories.
pot right here.
You stay
Okay,
right
so we
here
have
where
a
I
new
see you.
I never thought
objective.
Ranrock's loyalists would go this far.
Let's go see what they have for us. Help the stranger. Let's go help the stranger and see what the game has for us.
They must have come this way. Think!
I've no
What's
idea
going
who
on?
You think I might have seen? I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to.
Victor Rookwood don't give a doxy's nip back your time. Oi! Speak of the devil. Mr. Rookwood would like a word with you.
A student, you can't be so
Whoa.
Leave her alone.
stupefied.
Stupid fly. Really? That's what you have to come up with.
Put me back there, right now! I could do this all day. What is it?
Whoa. That was crazy, guys. That was crazy. I think there's another one behind us.
Light go out of your eyes.
Okay, so let's see how things will go. The collection section of your field guide has been updated with a new enemy type. You may learn valuable insights on enemies, such as their weakness to certain spells. Okay, so let's see.
I'm not going anywhere.
Let's see how things will go. Stupid fly. Wow.
How embarrassing! Come on, you afraid to fight back?
I've become so good with this game, I have no idea how or why. Okay, and I guess that is all of them. That is all.
What on earth just happened? I've never been accosted in such a manner, and so close to Hogwarts.
Can we go talk to the stranger?
Are you all right?
I am, thanks in no small part to your excellent defensive skills. Care to tell me why two Ashwinders were ready to dispatch me to get to you?
Ashwinders.
Victor Rookwood's thieves and extortionists, his little cronies. They seemed quite keen on you.
It's a long story, but thank you for your help.
Well, you've avoided them for the moment. Priya warned me things were getting dangerous. Best get moving on my research before they return.
Okay, so I don't know who Priya is. I don't know. Let me just go ahead and say
You're a researcher.
interesting.
Nora Treadwell at your service, historian and archaeologist specializing in Merlin's work and life.
Okay, so hi astronaut. I thought Melon was a myth. Let me see.
I thought that Merlin and the tales about King Arthur's court were a myth.
Mere myth. You're lucky Sir Cadogan didn't hear you. Chatters on endlessly about his connection to Merlin from his portrait at Hogwarts. Merlin attended Hogwarts, you know, and I'm studying some curious fixtures he left here centuries ago.
Fixtures.
These vine-covered pillars, dozens of them all around the area. I've taken to calling them the Trials of Merlin. I believe he created them as a diversion for his fellow Slytherins. He was terribly fond of puzzles and enigmas.
Okay, so now we've gotten to know that the myth about Merlin is actually true. So I believe he created whatever it is. How fascinating seems a bit tedious. So how
I
fascinating.
can see why you're so interested in Merlin. I'd be keen to know more about the trials.
Well then, I'll let you in on a little secret. no one has yet managed to figure out how they work. But I believe I have just unlocked a crucial clue. I suspect that mallowsweet is an important component in getting the trials to work.
Mallowsweet.
Versatile herb. Merlin repeatedly mentioned it in his writings. I had just arrived to test my theory when I was so rudely interrupted. You see, each swirl in Merlin's writing has a symbol in the center. That started me thinking, what if...
The mallowsweet is meant to be placed at the center of the symbols.
Precisely. Would you care to do the honors? We can see what comes of our little hypothesis.
Okay, so
I brought a trunk chock full of mallowsweet with me. It's just over there by my tent.
get the mallowsweet from the trunk.
This trunk?
Yes, take plenty, even if you already have some.
I have the mallowsweet.
Lovely. Now, notice the vines on these pillars here, as well as a stone swell on the ground. Each trial has these features. Place the mallowsweet on the swell, and we'll see what happens.
Okay. So how do we do that? Let me reveal something. Solve Merlin's trial. How do we put the mallowsweet? How do we select mallowsweet? This is Chinese chopping garbage. And where is the mallowsweet? How do we put it there?
My word! Did you see that? The vines disappeared.
What should I do now?
This is uncharted territory. I am curious about these pyres.
Okay, so what do we do now? I have no idea what to do. Okay, so let me see what we have. We have this pattern on this ground and we have pillars there like that. Okay, but there are 3 of them and there are 4 on the ground. So how do we do this? What do we do?
These are pyres.
Nope.
Pyres are meant to be lit.
Okay, so if they're meant to be lit, that means I can
Incendio.
do Incendio and then light them. Nope, Incendio isn't working. So how do we light them up? Okay.
The flames make the pyre sink.
So one is down, but should it be in a pattern? I have no idea. Let's try another one and see.
Curious. The pyres are back where they started.
Okay, so I'm guessing this has to be in a pattern form. But which pattern? And per what we have on the ground, I have no idea. Which one comes first and which one comes second?
Incendio.
So 1 down, 2 down, and then the last one here.
Yes, how beautiful! What a day! I can hardly believe it.
I've solved Merlin's trial. I should speak to Madame Treadwell and discuss what we've learned. Let me go talk to her.
I take it we can call that a success?
We can indeed. However, I now have even more questions. How does it work? I must review my notes. I may have missed something.
Are all of the trials like this one?
Oh, not precisely. Well, I think each has those telltale vines and the swirl on the ground. You should feel free to solve them as you come across them. I believe I have what I need to continue my research. My guess is that each will also require mallow sweet, which you can find in Hogsmeade should you need more. I really must be off. Such a pleasure to meet you. And do be careful out here. Now, I've got what I needed. I shall return to the safety of my notes and books.
Okay, so we are done solving Merlin's puzzle. Let's go back to the map and see what we have in the game and where we are supposed to go. We have to go back to Hogwarts. Let's go to Hogwarts map. I guess we are supposed to come here instead. And we can't be walking all the way through. So let's see what we have. I guess we have to come somewhere around this side. No, that would be too long for us to follow, so that I guess this side will be okay for us. So let's travel and get there and see what the game has for us. Once again, what we have here is Hogwarts Legacy. If you want to download the game files, you know what to do. The game files have been uploaded to our Telegram channel. Just check our Telegram channel and you get the game files to download. Okay. Hogwarts region can be selected by flag or by menu. Information gained about fast travel and exploration opportunities may we couldn't finish reading and it's gone. So let's wait for it to load up and then let's see what we have. Remember the LB tool when in difficult combat scenarios. Plants and potions are very powerful and often the only way to complete certain combat challenges. Okay, so we are back to Hogwarts. Let's follow up and see what we have.
What are you up to now?
Hogwarts is huge. We have a lot of things here at Hogwarts. And if we don't take, I don't know who to trust in Hogwarts. That is why I keep telling my friends that I have no idea why they are trying to kill me. Because you don't know who is your friend and who is not your friend and stuff like that. And we just ended up here as a new student. Are we going back to the library, the restricted section of the library, or we are going to our common room? I guess we are going to our common room. Speak to the portrait of Eldridge Diggory. I have no idea who that is. I guess he's here. Just like we see in the movies, we get to talk to portraits like that.
You wanted to see me, sir?
Indeed. Allow me to introduce myself. So few students know who I am these days. Eldridge Diggory, former Minister for Magic and founder of the Aura Recruitment Program, at your service. I believe you can help solve a decades-old murder, thanks to that book you found, and, in particular, its missing pages.
How do you know about the book and the pages?
We portraits hear more than you might suspect, and most of us can keep a secret. So, what say you? Surely a Hufflepuff such as yourself would be inclined to help seek long overdue justice.
Okay, so justice must be served. Murder sounds intriguing. I'll just go for justice must
I'll
be
do
served.
whatever I can.
Wonderful. I am pleased to have been right about you. My great niece, Helen Thistlewood, can provide you with details. She's retired now, but was a skilled aura in her day. And the unsolved murder of which I speak was her case. I often visit my portrait in her home, in the nearby hamlet of Upper Hogsfield. Shall I tell her to expect you?
I shall head there directly. How would the pages help her? How can you tell me about it? Okay, so let me just ask the
How could a
questions.
few pages of a book help her solve an old case?
A boy disappeared with those pages, but they never found the body. A girl was convicted of his murder nonetheless. It seems those pages could exonerate her somehow. My great niece can tell you more.
Okay. So how can you tell me about Helen? Who is Helen?
Can you tell me more about your great niece?
Cream of the crop when it comes to auras. A star pupil here, and then an exemplary servant to the ministry. And her spark hasn't diminished one bit in her retirement. She and I often chat about old cases and our glory days. No offense, but it's nice to get away from the students and converse with someone who's familiar with my legacy.
Okay, so when were you minister? I've heard enough. Let me just go ahead and head there
I
directly.
shall go and see her right away.
Brilliant. With what I suspect is your knack for hard work and her keen mind, both mysteries may be solved sooner than you think. I shall see you there soon, I hope.
So it seems where we have to go is a very long way. We have no horse or anything like that to help us through. So what we have to do is let me go to quest and see if it is a main quest or it's a side quest. Prisoner of Love. Follow your lead to the book's missing page. Okay, so it seems it is a main quest and I have to do whatever it takes to get there. Speak to Helen Thistlewood. Alright, so that means I have to get back to the map. And then find ways and means to get there. Let me travel here first and walk by foot together. Okay, so here we go. Let's wait for the graphics to load up a bit since it requires a lot of hardware. And let's follow the road. We have no horse. Just have to go by foot, just like that. We have no broom in the game. Let me do Revelio to see. And how is this cat moving by its own? Let me take this one and then get back onto the track to Helen, Testerwood. It's almost like we are almost there, but the map keeps on updating and it's like a long way, 6,000 meters. And let's take some of that moonstone with the Accio spell. But it's like I've been here before. I have no idea. It's like I've been here before. Let me open the map again to see if there is a shortcut or anything like that. Because I can't walk all the way there. We are supposed to go. What is this place? Hogsmeade. I've been to Hogsmeade before. Wait here to advance time from day or night or whatever it is. No, I'm trying to travel to Hogsmeade. Let's go to Hogsmeade map and then travel to Hogsmeade instead. And then from there, we can continue to our place. So I guess this is where we have to go. That means we can fast travel here. And we should have done that long before. Instead of walking all the way up there.
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
Okay, so we are in Hogsmeade now, and it seems we have over 500 meters still to go. Wow. And once again, the game requires a lot of hardware. So make sure you have the required hardware to play the game. Else you're going to have stuttering issues and all that. But once you get the FPS to play, I guess you are good to go. Honey Dogs. Flow Flame location discovered. That means we can fast travel. I wish I could just visit all the places in one day to open all the fast travel locations so that anytime I want to go anywhere, I just have to fast travel instead of just walking around and all that. You have to pass here. And I haven't learned the door opening spell a la Homura yet.
Most goblins in my family worked in the mines at one time or other.
We are almost there. About some 100 meters to go, I guess. Okay, 262 meters to go. Where we've not been given any horse or any flying moon, flying broom, anything like that. No.
You haven't had mushroom stew like what my mother used to make.
Let me cast the Revelio spell and see. Dwelling Feats. Whoa. There are some
such arrogance.
Enemies here that we have to defeat. Let's see how we can do that. Are these goblins? Okay, let's see. Stupid Floyd.
Longer than necessary. Leviosa.
Incendio.
And I guess they are all down.
Too late for you to learn the error of your ways.
Okay, so since they are all down, let's continue to our destination. And that is how you defeat enemies. Let's get back on our feet.
This must be the place Minister Diggory mentioned. Helen lives around here somewhere.
Okay, so we are here now.
Here you are. I'm pleased to see you took my advice.
Okay, there he is. Let's speak to Helen.
Madam Thistlewood, I met your great-uncle in his portrait in my common room. He sent me to speak to you.
I'm pleased you came. Uncle Eldridge believes the book you found and its missing pages may be relevant to an unsolved case from my time as an aura.
Very well. I'm listening.
Decades ago, a student named Richard Jackdaw disappeared after going to meet a girl named Anne. They never found his body. When his headless ghost appeared briefly in Hogsmeade, wholly unaware of how he died, Anne was convicted of his murder and sent to Azkaban. It was in large part due to the testimony of a girl called Apollonia Black. Jealous of Anne, I think.
That sounds terrible, but I'm not sure how I can help.
Anne's alibi was somewhat labyrinthine. She said Jackdaw promised her adventure following a map he found on some pages he'd stolen from Peeves.
And you think Peeves ripped those pages from the book I found in the restricted section?
If my great-uncle is to be believed, yes. At least that's what the portraits at Hogwarts suspect. Anne insisted that Jackdaw had asked her to follow the map with him, but only after she solved a series of puzzles he'd prepared. Odd way to woo a girl. She swears she never even solved the first puzzle, so they didn't meet. Jackdaw's ghost vanished almost as soon as he appeared. Without Jackdaw's puzzle, pages, or remains, Anne was sent to Azkaban based solely on Apollonia's spurious testimony.
I don't understand. What can I do to help?
I believe Anne may have solved the first puzzle by now, but after spending time in Azkaban, she's a shadow of her former self. She won't speak to anyone she doesn't trust, and she trusts no one. If you, a student with a connection to the pages, like Jackdaw had, spoke to Anne, she might reveal new information.
Okay. So I can't visit to Azkaban if it will save her. I'm not sure I want to visit Azkaban. Anything to see Azkaban, okay, sure. So let me go with her if it will save our friend Anne. She's not my friend, but let's see how best we can help her out.
What a horrible story. If you think I can help, I'll come with you.
This is wonderful news. You are to be commended for your kindness and bravery. Fortunately, being a retired aura has its benefits. We can apparate right to her. I've escorted ministers, professors, and many others to that blasted place. Never a student, I'll admit, but I will keep you safe.
Okay, so I'm ready to go. Tell me more about Apollonia. Can you tell me more about the prisoner? Okay, so let's hear more about Apollonia, the one who condemned Anne.
Can you tell me more about Apollonia Black?
Wretched, vindictive girl, that one. Apollonia claimed that Anne threatened to kill the boy after he broke her heart. The Black family's power over certain people in the Ministry, along with the fact that Anne is Muggle-born, sealed her fate.
Okay, so Apollonia Black, I'm guessing that is in relation to our headmaster, who is also called Black. I have no idea, but let me see what happened to Jackdaw's ghost.
You said Jackdaw's ghost appeared briefly, then vanished. Where do you think he went?
I have no idea. Evidently, he was always a bit restless, going on and on about adventure. If I had to guess, he tired of Scotland and is somewhere on the other side of the globe by now.
Okay, so let's get ready and go.
Very well. Let's go.
Steady yourself. We'll apparate together. Don't worry, I've never splinched anyone.
Do take care now, and tread lightly in that horrible place.
We'll be there in but a moment.
Wow. Just like that. Once again, we have Hogwarts Legacy here. If you want the game files to download, make sure you check our Telegram channel to get the game files to download, okay? And the storyline keeps on unfolding. I just have to keep quiet and play and let the storyline unfold for me to get a full understanding of what is going on. And we spend much time playing the main quests, okay? So as we play the main quest, let's hold on and see what actually happens in the game. So here we are in Azkaban. Let's see what this place has for us. And all I'm seeing here are ghosts, guys. Whoa, what is that? I guess I have spells to learn.
That ought to keep them at bay for now. Though, be aware, you may feel a wave of despair. It will pass.
Thank you for the warning.
This really is a dismal place, but we'll be out of here soon enough. Now follow me.
Okay, so won't you just teach me the spell
I never thought I'd see the inside of Azkaban
so that
for
if
myself.
anything happens, I just know how to
Bastard
defend
mentors.
myself or
Not
something.
even I could convince the ministry to send them off. There's no need for such monsters.
She's been here a lot longer than the rest of us.
If I had my wand, I'd cast Crucio on the lot of you.
You don't scare me, young cur. They teach you so little of what you should know of.
That witch you're with has a dark cloud over her. I can feel it.
Has someone come to feed me? Is someone there?
Okay, so we are hearing
Schools
prisoners.
don't believe this.
Now remember, Anne has been here a long time. The Dementors aren't kind. Have patience and speak to her quietly and respectfully.
Are you Anne?
Okay, so
Who's there? Who speaks to me? Is that death finally come for
whoa.
me?
I'm a student from Hogwarts. I found the book that you said would exonerate you.
Ah, the book, the book. No one would look. None of the mages found the pages. Methinks the feckless knave meandered to his cave. My fate was surely sealed in Upper Hoggy Field.
Okay. Why must you be so cryptic? I'll just say I think I understand. So, she's grown into an old woman right now.
Are you saying that the missing pages are in a cave near Upper Hogsfield?
Hogs, field, ruins,
Look at her.
house, a vault concealed.
A vault in some ruins near Upper Hogsfield. I suppose it can't hurt to look.
Can't hurt to look, can't hurt to look. Go find the pages from your book.
Ellen, know you're here.
Come in closer, be a dear.
What is it, Anne?
Whoa! What just happened? Oh my gosh. I have no idea what just happened. And just like that. I don't even know what to say, but Anne, I thought we were going to meet her young, but she's...
Go. The cave. You're safe now. You have what you need. I'll be all right once I get...
Okay, she's vanished again.
But
Let's go
Madam
get...
Thistlewood, all right. I'll find it. I'll find Jackdaw's cave.
Let's go to the map, and then now storyline is getting more interesting, so let's Let's see what will happen. Let's go find the cave. And I suppose the cave will be somewhere right here. Right here somewhere. So we have to walk. Alright. Let's go find the cave.
Not sure how I'd fare in a little place like this. I should investigate.
We are getting close to the cave now. And I bet there is more to this book than we found. Like, where do we go next? Where do we go next? Let's climb down. Okay, so there are enemies here. Whoa.
Accio! Levioso!
That was nicely done. Mongrel Fair. And then we have another Mongrel Fair. And let's continue with the game. Hogsmeade Valley.
This must be the place Anne told me about.
Okay, so I guess we are inside the cave.
Here for ages.
But then let's cast Revelio and then a spell to reveal lights. Oh, we are okay. There is some lights there already. So let's see. Find what Jacksaw left for Anne. That means we have to solve some puzzles, right? I have no idea. Black leather gloves. Well, we are here, but how do we?
Accio! No, that's not it.
How do we solve puzzles? How do we solve the puzzle? It's definitely a puzzle, but how do we solve it?
It's no wonder Anne never found that clue. No. How did you do this, Jackdaw?
Okay, so it's clearly a puzzle. That means it has to follow a pattern. But which pattern and how? There is no clue how to do this. And I have no idea. Let me see something. Nope. It's clearly a puzzle that we have to solve, but how do we solve this puzzle and find what Jacksaw left for Anne? This must be the vault Anne spoke of. She mentioned a knave meandering to a cave. Could Jacksaw remains be here? I should try and investigate. But trying to investigate right now, there is no clue how to solve this puzzle. I guess we have to try and then open these things, but how do we open them? Let me see some.
No, that's not it.
Okay, it's a good thing it doesn't start all over again. Okay, we are getting somewhere. Let me open this one and see.
It's no wonder Anne never found that clue.
Okay, so let's do try and error.
No.
Open this one first.
How did you do this, Jackdaw?
Open this one second. Oh, it's already opened. Alright, so if it's already opened, then we have two of them opened. Let's try and open this up here. Also opened. Okay. And let's open this one. and see. Are we there? We are there, but still, let's try this one.
No, that's not it.
Okay, so it's not in a pattern form. Let's open this one.
It's no
Nope.
wonder I never found that.
How about this one? 1 and 2 and 3 down here.
No. How did you do this, Jackdaw?
So 1, there is no clue to follow, and it makes this thing difficult. So that's the best thing to do. Let's do Revelio and see. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Revelio reveals everything. So all I have to do is to cast the Revelio spell and you're good to go.
You'll not outfox me, Jackdaw.
All what you have to do is cast the Revelio spell. How did I not see it? Let's select the one up there. How did I not see this? You have to cast Revelio spell to reveal what is there. My dearest Anne, well done. You have solved my puzzle. I knew you were a kindred spirit and the only one with whom I could truly share my adventures. Meet me at the edge of the Forbidden Forest as soon as you can, and I will show you the map that I mentioned. There's no telling where it will lead us. I found it on pages that Peeves ripped from a secret book, and no one else seems to be able to find. I haven't had any idea what lies ahead, but I'm glad to know I shall share my future with you. This is only the beginning. Richard. P.S. I'm terribly glad you found this, and I wish I would have gone on alone if you did not. And what fun would that be? Okay, so
Jackdaw. Anne never found it. So how did he die? Was she to blame at all?
okay, so Prisoner of Love. I found a note to Anne from Richard Jackdaw inviting her to explore a cave within, and but it didn't provide the location. It doesn't look like this is the place. I wonder where it could be. Okay, so leave the vault. Let's try and leave the vault. And if we are leaving the vault, that means we are
This could prove dangerous if
going
I'm not
outside.
careful.
Could it be? Has someone solved my puzzle after all these years? Well done indeed. Richard Jackdaw, at your service.
The Richard Jackdaw. I heard you disappeared years ago. You have some explaining to do.
I do? That was my puzzle you solved. What are you doing here?
A retired aura, Helen Thistlewood, told me about a map you stole from Peeves, and then Anne told me about a cave.
You saw Anne? Broke my heart. I had to go on without her. Probably best for her in the end. Dare I ask? How is she?
Not well, I'm afraid. You ruined her life. I'll just go for not too well, I'm afraid. Or should I say you ruined her life? Let me say the truth to him.
She was imprisoned in Azkaban for your murder. Why didn't you exonerate her?
What? Azkaban? Oh, poor Anne. I had no idea. I thought she'd written me off. I've been traveling the world for years to mend my broken heart. I came back here only recently. On a whim. I must speak to the aura you mentioned and see how I can help Anne.
I'm glad to hear it. Before you go, would I still be able to find the pages with the map Helen mentioned?
I'm almost certain I dropped them in the cave the moment I was beheaded. They're bound to be mouldering away with the rest of me.
Whoa, did he say he was beheaded?
Meet me at the edge of the Forbidden Forest, and I'll show you precisely where to find them.
Okay. How did you lose your head?
If you don't mind me asking, how did you lose your head?
I was having a look about when I suddenly sensed a refreshing breeze, after which I felt, well, lightheaded. That's all I remember. Hence, if you do find yourself in a cave, be prepared. I can't tell you what for specifically, but you seem a perceptive sort. Beware a light breeze.
Okay. So, do I say is this Apollonia's fault, or how did you steal from Peeves? Let me just go ahead and ask if it is
Helen
Apollonia's
mentioned
fault.
Apollonia Black. Did she set up Anne to take the fall?
Have you never met any members of the Black family? They can be rather vindictive. Once Anne showed an interest in me, Apollonia couldn't let it alone. That her own heart had grown cold simply didn't matter.
Okay, so let's thank you and
Thank
see how
you.
the storyline
I need to
continues.
find those pages to help a friend.
I shall see you there.
A quest completed. Let's go ahead and see what the game has for us. What do we have to do next? Is there any more quests that will be open for us?
Who lived here, I wonder?
I need to learn the disarming charm before I can follow Richard Jackdaw's ghost into the Forbidden Forest. But how do we learn that charm? Or how do we learn that spell? Let's see where the map leads us to. If it takes us back to Hogwarts, I just have to use the Flue Flame and go back to Hogwarts. Okay, so it doesn't take us to Hogwarts, but it takes us rather forward into the forest. Or we can come here first and then move on foot from there. Let's try that and see. Once again, we have Hogwarts Legacy, and there's the part 5 of the walkthrough. And everything seems okay. So far, so good. Everything runs okay. And if you want to download the game files, you know what to look. Our Telegram channel, just check out Telegram channel, and you'll find the game files there to download. Okay. And if you have any issue, just comment in the comment box below, and I would try and solve your issues for you. Okay.
Your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
Okay, so I guess we can continue from here to get to our destination. And once again, once we are in the forest, the game takes so much hardware. Okay, so it's normal if you are in the forest and your game takes so much hardware. It's as normal as it can be. What is that? Let me see what is there. 22 coins. Okay, so here we are.
Perhaps I'll come back to this.
Quests may have level or 2 requirements in order to activate them. Check the quest log or your current task to how do we learn it? I need to learn this, but before I do that,
just yet.
Let me go to my quest log and see what we have there. Jackdaw's Rest, and we have Professor Hecat assignment 2. Let's go to quest and see how do we learn the spell. Find the book's missing pages. I need to learn the disarming charm before I can follow Richard Jackdaw's ghost into the Forbidden Forest. Okay, so before we do that, let's try and do this assignment. Okay, so we have to learn the charm before we can go ahead with Jackdaw's quest. So that means we have to go back to Hogwarts. And once we have the Flue Flames for us, we can go ahead and learn the charm. And we are supposed to come here. That means we can visit this side and go on from there.
Convenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
Okay, so once we are here, let's continue with what we have. It says you can advance the time by accessing the map and pressing this. Attend defense against the outclass during the day. So that means we can forward the time and wait. Yes, we can wait here for the time to pass. I don't know whether we are in the day yet. I don't think so. We are not in the day. Let's wait again. For the sun to come up. And then we can finally go to the class. Okay, there's some challenge we have here. Okay, so let's return to Professor Hecat and see what Professor Hecat has for us.
Take care of everything.
Professor, I completed all of your most recent assignments.
Well done. Then you're ready to learn Expelliarmus. Pay close
Expelliarmus.
attention. The disarming charm may often be all you need to defeat the most powerful dark witches and wizards you might encounter.
Okay.
Spellcasting requires a focused mind and a steady wand.
So let's go ahead and do this one. Learn the spell Expelliarmus. Expelliarmus.
Good work. The dummy is here if you wish to stay and practice.
Okay, so let's place the spell that we just learned under this side to see how best we can use it. Let's use the dummy.
Expelliarmus. You seem to have the right end of the stick, but keep practicing. Expelliarmus may save your life one day.
Okay. Let's try again.
Expelliarmus.
Still at it, I see.
But I guess that is it. You just have to
Expelliarmus.
do it, and then that'll be it. Okay.
Expelliarmus.
All right. Let's try it one last time and see what we can find here. All right. I guess that will be all. Once we are done, let's get back into the game. Let me see.
Expelliarmus.
All right. I guess we are done. So, what I'll do is I'll save the game here, or let's talk to Professor Hecat again.
Professor, do you have a moment?
I do. What is it?
Did you attend Hogwarts, or just have to say never mind?
Actually, perhaps another time.
Perhaps. Good to see you think things through.
Okay. So we have learned this one. Let me just go ahead and see what the game has for us again. Because let me read what the Expelliarmus has for us. How best we can use it. So disarm wands and weapons from most enemies who wield them. Also deals damage to all enemies even if they do not carry a weapon. Okay, so that's what it does. It just disarms the enemy. Like that. So the dummy here was holding a wand. And once you cast the Expelliarmus spell, it just goes off like that. Okay, so that'll be it. It disarms the opponent, as simple as that. That's what the Expelliarmus spell does. So once we are done, I guess we can go ahead and select our quest and go in for Jackdaw's Rest. Okay, but that will be in the part 6 of this walkthrough. Let's do that in the part 6 of this walkthrough. And with that being said, let me end the video here and continue another time. If you have any issues, let me know what you think in the comment box below, and I will solve your issues for you. But for now, let's continue another time. Okay, so I'll see you in part 7. Bye bye.